You know Shaletta makes you laugh, but did you know Shaletta Brundage can also make you think and boost your business? Media personality, activist, and comedian Shaletta Brundage founded Shaletta Makes Me Laugh to celebrate and share the best of Black culture. It's a podcasting platform. You can download 10 weekly podcasts hosted by African-American subject experts at ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com or wherever you find your favorite podcasts. ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com is also a production house, creating broadcast quality commercial content. And Shaletta and her team of storytellers create powerful promotional campaigns to get businesses the brand awareness they're looking for. Some of Minnesota's top businesses trust Shaletta, and you can too. Get out the word about your events and products and get in front of communities of color with ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com. She's got the power to help your business.
It's time to knock some things off your bucket list. First up, travel the world. If you've always wanted to visit Hong Kong or vacation in the Swiss Alps and wondered what it was like, well, Jeanette, Yvette, and Tina got the scoop for you. These Jet Setting Divas are always at some fun and exotic place experiencing the best of what life has to offer. And each week, they'll tell you all about it. These ladies are always high-flying, loads of fun.
Hey, I'm Jeanette.
And I'm Yvette.
And I'm Tina, and we are the Jet Setting Divas. Hey, ladies, what's going on in the world of travel?
Well, we just came back from a trip. Where did we go, ladies?
Myrtle Beach,
South Carolina.
Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. And it's kind of hard to realize we were South Carolina because when you look at the map, it don't really look like it's on the beach, but you know, hey, we got a little piece of the beach.
Yep, we were on the beach. Yeah, it was definitely a beach.
Yeah, and you know what? The funny part about it is, everybody's going to be there. So we went early, so it was a good time for us to go. A week before Memorial Day because it's going to be crazy this weekend.
Yeah, there was a lot of bikers there, and from my understanding, the bikers will be there every weekend through June.
I think this was a good weekend to go to because we were able to get in on some good deals. Yeah. I think you were able to possibly go out and get on some good flight deals, get in on good hotel deals. And we were able to get in on a really good deal because a friend of ours kind of gifted us some flight deals and hotel deals. And so that was really nice.
Yeah. I mean, but Myrtle Beach itself, I mean, you have to really go with a plan. I'm telling you, because you cannot just say, I'm just going to go there and wing it. We went for a specific reason. What was it? The festival?
The crab festival.
Yeah. So it was a wonderful crab festival. So that was a reason to go. But I know a lot of people go for like a biker's weekend and enjoy different things, but you want to have a plan because restaurants, events, things that are going on, the streets just got jammed up, with bikers.
There was a lot of people. There was a little traffic on the area where the boardwalk is located. A lot of motorcycles, a lot of slingshots, a lot of people just cruising, looking, playing music, chilling. One particular place we went to was called the Beach House. So if you're ever in Myrtle Beach, go over to the Beach House. It's a nice little DJ there. I don't know if they ever have live bands, but it's nice and relaxing, and a lot of people hang out there. Now, Jeanette, you went out one night to, what was that called? Tripods or something? I'm saying that wrong.
Okay.
Yep.
Where did y'all go on Sunday night?
She probably don't remember the name of it.
On Sunday night, we went back to the boardwalk. We went to, let me check really quickly because I use Yelp and I
had some letters to it that's really like, it's like TRYZ.
Okay, so the place is called Trip Tide, TYDZ. Trip TY.
Okay.
DC.
Okay. That's why I said that. It's because it's not spelled like tides, but they spell it different.
tides maybe. It was a really, really cool place. You could sit outside, you could look down on the boardwalk, you could see the Ferris wheel. Really cool place, music, even for a Sunday. And so I know on a Saturday it would really be a great place to be.
Yeah.
I actually had a really great time there. So
Okay.
yeah, it was really cool. The food was good. They had like a different type of egg roll. The salads were like $5, a great deal, really
What?
large, lot
Okay.
of big salad, really filling. Yeah, I had a really good time. Yeah, that
Yeah.
was really cool. And you all, and I enjoyed the hotel. So what was your highlight of the Myrtle Beach trip?
Yeah, but before we go there, I just want to say it was a really good deal for us because we were in a larger group, so we were able to break
Yeah.
up and we were able to see a
Yeah.
lot of different things. So I
Yeah.
think that was a plus also of this group because sometimes we all have the same story. I think we
Right.
all got
Yeah.
a couple of different
Oh
adventures.
yeah.
One of the things that I guess I found out is the word calabash means buffet, which now I will
Okay.
know every time I go there is if it has calabash in front of it, then it means buffet, and they have lots of them. I mean, Captain
Yes.
Everybody
It
is
was almost like one on every corner.
corner. Yes, yeah. So that
I was like, there goes another one, and there goes another one, and that. But they
it was
were
really
rude to me. They
yeah.
had crab legs, y'all.
Buffet, and I didn't get to do one.
Yeah, they had your
They had
sirloin.
everything: oysters, they had crab
Okay.
legs, they had crawfish, they had everything
Okay.
you could think of. And you know what? And I'm not really a buffet
Everything.
person, but I actually enjoyed that buffet. It's crazy.
Okay.
I enjoyed it.
Ribeye. I mean, I'm talking about
Desserts.
yes, all
They
kind
had
of
dessert.
desserts.
They had all kind of desserts. They even had like kind of like a soul food because they had mac and cheese and fried fish, fried shrimp, but then they also had just nothing but seafood. Then they had nothing but like all of these dishes made with seafood. So it was
Right.
pretty cool.
They had the raw oysters. They also had the grilled oysters, but I think they were
Okay.
grilled. They had like a fettuccine, like
It had
an
some spinach.
Alfredo on it or something.
Yeah, it was like some spinach. I almost want to say it was like some kind of mashed potatoes in there, is what it kind of.
Oh no,
Oh
not
wow.
with oysters. You can't call it that.
Yeah, it was kind of it would had it may have
It
had
was
Alfredo,
Alfredo
but
sauce with spinach.
yeah, but it was kind of had that texture to me. I don't know if
Okay.
it's how it was cooked or whatever, but it was good though. That was actually one thing that I did like. I don't know whatever it was.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, but grilled salmon, grilled all type of fish. And Jeanette, we even went to a really cool place. I enjoyed that. It was the Sea Captain. It was also off the
Oh, it
water.
was really nice. Sea
It
Captain
was
was
really
nice. It was
good.
right there on the beach. So that
Yeah.
was a really nice experience. We got to enjoy the beach as well as the seafood. Yeah, it was really
And
nice.
the one thing I'll have to say is the prices were pretty reasonable. And
Yeah.
Yes.
what we purchasing. I think if you had gone to different other places,
Mhm.
it was is I don't know if I hear echo or something, but if you go to different places, then it would be more costly. But for what we were paying, I thought it was pretty
I
good.
think so too. Do
Yeah.
you all want to talk to our listeners about how we got there? Because I think that we could talk about that. We all
We can
use
talk
different
about that.
modes
We
of
can talk
getting
about
there,
that, but I
and we
want to
all had
bring up.
different challenges.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go
I
ahead,
want to
Yes,
Yvette.
I can hear
talk
you.
about that, but I also want to bring up. It's a new restaurant that's in
Okay.
Myrtle Beach, and it's a brunch spot. Actually,
Okay.
it closes at 2 p.m. and they have, oh my God, the greatest.
Okay.
It's called Mimosas.
Okay.
Okay.
Mimosas is really, really good. We had this caramelized bacon. I had a lobster and shrimp,
Wow.
mashed eggs, and oh my God, grits. The grits was awesome.
Oh wow.
I had a
Southern people, Southern grits good.
Yeah, a cappuccino. It was just
Wow.
everything was so good about the place. So, but it's new. It just recently opened, maybe about a month or so ago. But and it was packed. So if you are gonna go there, you do have to make a reservation, or you're gonna be
Okay.
kind of waiting a little bit because everybody was there. And I was like, this place must be popular and the food
Yeah.
must be good.
Good, yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm telling you, they didn't miss on some of the food. I mean, even we had pizza, we had the snack stuff. I mean, everything. I didn't. It was no place that it was like, oh my gosh, I wish we hadn't gone here. It was really a lot of good finds or quick eats that we could grab and go.
Mm-hmm. And what did you want to talk about, Jeanette, about how
I wanted to talk about to our listeners about the way we traveled there and the different challenges that we had about our travel modes.
Well, I think you had the challenges. So
you had the challenges.
You had the challenges. I'll let you talk about it because I know I mean, you and I both kind of went as a travel companion or on a buddy pass with someone who we knew. I guess they call it non-revenue, but and we've talked about that in another podcast before about being a companion or being a travel partner with someone who gives you some travel benefits. So Jeanette, tell me about your experience because mine was great for a change.
Okay, so with me, I was traveling on Delta as a buddy pass, and I went to Dallas. I went to Dallas DFW. I was on Delta, and I got there Friday I was on a 7 a.m. flight, and I didn't actually leave DFW airport. I wasn't able to get on a standby flight until probably around 6 p.m. And so I went to Atlanta around 6 p.m., got to Atlanta maybe around 9 p.m., got on another flight, and got to Myrtle Beach around 1 a.m.
Yeah, that was that
was my experience.
So that's something to consider. If you're going to be flying standby, you're going to get some flight benefits from someone, or you are already on someone's flight benefits. It's hard to get to. Well, Myrtle Beach is hard to get to Myrtle Beach because out of Dallas there is only one flight that will get you there direct, and that's American Airlines, and it's only one flight that they have. Otherwise, you're gonna have to stop somewhere.
Yeah, and I also say on a Friday, that is kind of one of those days of travel when you're using some of those buddy passes or travel companion ideas, then you need to probably think about what day you're traveling because I think if you probably had looked at Thursday, you probably would have been there earlier and then okay, as opposed to a Friday, a weekend before a holiday weekend, and a weekend that is considered like, I guess they were having a lot of festivals and things going on. So that was so difficult. And I was concerned because I actually was also on the American buddy pass in a sense, and that, like as Yvette said, it was only one flight, so it was like if I wasn't able to get on that flight, then I didn't have a flight to get on until the next day.
The
next day. And you were able to catch your original flight.
That's the only flight that flies out of DFW on a daily basis that goes straight to Myrtle Beach. Just think about it, one flight. All them other ones you got to stop somewhere. And when I looked it up, I was like, I'm going to just grab this one because I don't really want to stop.
But see, another thing, the benefit for me was that my flight was a reduced price. So I paid a really reduced price for my flight. So that was a benefit for me. So that's another thing. I say that was a benefit. So that was good for me.
How much was your flight?
My flight was
disclosing that information.
So my flight was under $250.
Okay, so mine was $300, and I flew straight there.
Yeah, so then you have to really decide: are you a buddy pass flying person? Because you were traveling with someone who didn't think it was worth it to actually, use a buddy pass and go through the hours in an airport when they could have just bought a ticket to and had a stop and got there and confirmed.
So it just depends. It depends. So if I could have gotten that same flight for under $400, I would have paid. But if it was over $450, then I would have said I would have waited.
Well, you could have got on the American flight and just went straight there. For I think I paid like $325 to be exact.
Okay, so somebody said you played much more. You paid much more than that.
Yeah, so I thought it was more expensive than that. But okay,
I paid like 300, and that's when it was, because I booked it. That was like 2 months ago. So
okay, so someone said you paid more than that. So we were thinking somebody thought, okay.
I never told anybody, what I paid, but it was like $325, something like that.
Okay, so I'm glad the travel companion didn't know, because my travel companion would have probably.
Don't tell your travel companion that was the price. But the good thing about it is I'm glad, because someone else had a revenue seat that was. I would have got bumped, because literally there were only 2 seats that became available, like the final minutes right before the flight took off. So if someone had paid for seats, then I would have gotten bumped from those seats.
Yes.
Yeah. So
it can definitely be beneficial, and I'm very thankful that we have a travel companion that we travel with who can even offer us that benefit, and she is so gracious enough to even do that for us.
Return. Talk about your return. How was the return? Because you
so
returned.
The return was a similar experience. We left. It was on the back end leaving. So we left Myrtle Beach. We went to Atlanta. We got on that first flight. So we started out good, and we got to Atlanta, and then we got there, and it was a stop, and we were there. We got there around noon, and we were there until about 11 p.m. And we didn't leave Atlanta till 11 p.m. and we arrived in Dallas around 1 a.m. and I got home 2 a.m.
Yeah. It's a luck of the draw on that, because it's your time or money. You're looking at, is it better to pay the money and have all that time, because you could have had a whole day on Friday and even on Monday, or hey, if you got the time, then hey, hang out.
I want to talk about
this was something we have a travel companion who offered this to us, and I'm just thankful that we have somebody who is even gracious enough to do this. And so the fact that we have a travel companion who can do this, I was just thankful. I was I'm thankful for that.
And what you talk about this for Myrtle Beach, because we stayed through Monday. We got there Friday and we stayed through Monday, but I think we should have left Sunday, because everything was like it was dead.
It was Monday is like nothing.
It was dead.
Like Sunday night, it was pretty much like people had already left. A lot of people was already gone.
Yeah, but I think the way that the hotels were set up or the resorts were set up, they were kind of a 3-night, 4-day. So it didn't. I don't want to say it didn't matter, but it was kind of more of, you could have left, but the checkout was still going to be that Monday, and maybe an earlier flight. Maybe American, if they would have had an earlier flight, we would have got out of there earlier. Well, they did have earlier flights. They just had stops to get to where we wanted to be.
Right. But it was okay, because by the time I got home on Monday, it was still daylight. So
right.
Yeah. So it wasn't that bad.
Oh yeah. I didn't have it. I guess I would say that was one I checked off as a good trip, because I got on and I got off. I didn't have any incident. Seats were okay in everything in each situation. So I don't, of course I sat in the middle, but who cares, when you're not paying anything for it.
and I would say at the end of the day, it was a really good trip for me, because we always strengthen our connections with our travel group, and we were able to plan for other trips. And I think it's always So for me, I don't look at it. I get home and I rest, and I always focus on the positives. So I was tired afterwards because I had to have some weights, but I'm gonna focus on the positives. So for me, it was good. And like I said, I was thankful that I had a travel companion who was able to even offer me those benefits. So I'm just thankful that I have somebody who thought enough of me to even offer that to me.
I have to tell y'all a story. I want to tell y'all a story, because I had an aisle seat, and there was a man. There was a man sitting at the window. The middle seat was empty, and so a guy walked up and he said, "That's my seat." And I was like,
okay,
what the heck wrong with him? So I got up and he got in his seat, and I said, why are you speaking to me like that? Like, why are you talking about that's my seat? And he was like, oh, I'm sorry. And then one of our other friends was sitting in the aisle behind me. And this was a big old tall guy. And I was like, oh my God, I don't know if I'm gonna be comfortable. He gonna be like all in my space. So I said, don't you want to sit right here on the aisle instead of his middle? I said, can you switch seats with my sister? And he said, okay, yeah, that's fine. And then he went back there, and the other lady came up. And so he felt bad about how he spoke to me because he was kind of rude. And he came back up and he was like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to say it.
Okay, like that's nice.
I didn't mean to say it like that. And I'm like, oh my God. I was like, okay. And then when we got ready to go, we had more conversation. I kind of like stepped back there and had conversation. He's smoothing that over. And I'm like, you never know what's going on with people.
No, you don't. Absolutely, you don't.
And you know what? Because of your attitude, the situation was, turned out really, really good. But they could have been somebody who could have really taken it really, really harshly and, got a fight for all we know.
I was like, our seat would be better for you. Because that guy was huge. He was tall.
Wow.
He just had height. He wasn't like no big person or nothing like that. I said, I think you will be able to stretch out your legs or do something better, in that particular.
I think that's a lesson. I think that's a lesson learned while traveling. I think we all had challenges while we were traveling, and we all can we keep our cool. We can always, and that's what I told my travel companion. She had anxiety and she was like nervous the whole trip. And I was just telling her, just breathe, just stay calm, and it's going to be all okay. And it was okay. And I think that she learned so much from this trip that, you just breathe and it's going to be okay.
It's a patience game. It's a patience game. You really, when you're traveling, and I think that's the problem. People are not patient. They're eager to get there. They rush and they hurry up. They've done all this planning and they're not there, and then they just get, just rattled. But you got to just stay calm and stay patient.
You always are in a rush to get wherever you got to go. Whether it's on vacation, you excited about it. I want to get there. If it's the beach, you want to get to the beach. You want to go start, having fun. And
it's to get to that buffet that you all were at. I heard y'all talking about that seafood. I was like,
I'm still talking about this buffet.
She was upset that we had a couple of experiences without her. So when
and then when I got there, Tina was full and everything. And I was like,
you didn't bring me any food. I'm like, girl, it was a buffet. I'm gonna bring you some food back. I don't know. And I guess she was probably just annoyed because I was late. I was sleeping. I hadn't been checking on her and everything. So she was like, what is going on here? You just living your best life. And we've been in airports for hours and hours, but I made it up. We had some good food.
We had some good times. Yes.
We even got on the Sky Wheel.
Yes.
We got on. We loved the Sky Wheel. Yeah. Yes, it was so much fun. And we got on a boat. That was so much fun.
Yeah. We got on a boat. We did a boat ride, which was supposed to be a dolphin tour, a dolphin cruise. Yes. But that was just the name of the boat.
And we saw some dolphins. Tina, we went out on the beach and saw dolphins. Yes.
Yeah, we saw some dolphins.
We had some fun. And Myrtle Beach was a good trip. Yes.
Yeah. And I think I love the fact that a lot of the hotels are actually on the beach. Sometimes you have to walk. I think that was one I was really excited that you could actually get out of your room and walk onto the beach. And they have pretty good hotel pools and hot tubs. So that was fun.
Yep. So overall, it was a great trip.
Hey, great Myrtle trip. Beach. We got to do another one soon, ladies.
Myrtle Beach in May.
Yes. Well, I'm Jeanette.
And I'm Yvette.
And I'm Tina, and we are the JET Setting Divas.
Tune in next Thursday when the JET Setting Divas will tell you about another fun destination spot that you'll want to visit. For more on their excursions, log on to ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com.
When she walked in on her first day at Doherty Family College at the University of St. Thomas, she didn't know a soul.
I'm Zion, and I'm a second year at DFC.
A year later, and so many changes for Zion.
I love my friends here. I couldn't do anything without them. We support each other all the time.
At Doherty Family College, Zion also finds support on the academic side. Like all DFC students, Zion can count on a team committed to her success. Doherty Family College is Minnesota's affordable private college option. DFC students earn their associate's degree and then can transition to a 4-year college or university for their bachelor's. Many are students of color or first in their family to go to college.
It's nice to see people that look like you pursuing an education, wanting to succeed academically.
Zion encourages any high school student looking for a college home to do what she did and apply to Doherty Family College.
All the support you could need is here.
Ready to make your move and experience Doherty Family College for yourself? Then schedule your visit to the Minneapolis campus at dfc.stthomas.edu/visit.
Welcome to Old National Bank.
I understand you're all about protection.
Well, we protect you in all kinds of ways, with advanced fraud monitoring and secure digital banking to protect you today, and with dedicated personal bankers to protect your tomorrow.
I'm impressed.
Protection for today and tomorrow.
Could I just...
Oh, go for it.
Old National Bank. Just another reason to get old.
Where'd you get this?
It came with my...
Hi. It's easy to just make an ad that tells you to quit smoking. See?
Action!
Easy as that!
Sure is! Yeah!
But let's be real. Quitting is hard. It's messy, frustrating, but every struggle is actually a victory. At Quit Partner, you get free tools from people who get it. We're not going to tell you it's easy, just that when you're ready, you've got a partner to help you get it done.